and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading. But for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new readings every single day. And if you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. And just a quick update for those of you who have been in the circle for some time. My website is getting a revamp, and there's going to be some new services and things that are going to be offered here soon. We're hoping to have everything launched by the end of this week. So be on the lookout there for those new services and for the new look that's going to be coming. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. We have the Star, we have the Chariot, we have the King of Cups, we have the Two of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Let me get some clarity on this Two of Swords. We have Strength, we have the King of Swords, with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay. And I did see this Five of Pentacles, so I'm going to pull it. This is some really big energy here. I'm picking up on a very major change in your life. So the first thing is here with the Star, there is a renewed sense of hope that's going to be coming in. There is divine intervention. There's divine guidance. There is this vulnerability of opening up yourself and your heart chakra specifically to the universe, to the energies around you that are willing to help. And what I'm picking up here is that there is something that's going to happen in your life that's going to be very pivotal to how you move forward. For many of you, this has to do with finances and the way that you view your material gain, but it kind of goes hand in hand with the emotional side of passion, of self-worth, of success, of self-confidence. There's a balance here between a masculine energy of logic, practicality, and reason of the material, and a feminine energy of the intuitive, the creative, the passionate, and the spiritual. What I'm seeing is that this event that's going to happen is going to be divinely guided. And it's something that is going to shift not only your material world in a positive way, but it's going to shift your internal one. This is something that is greatly going to help you move forward. It's going to allow you to open up certain avenues that were not available to you before in terms of success, in terms of something that you've been wanting to achieve for a while. What I'm also seeing here is that whatever this event is that's going to happen is also going to shift you internally in the way that you view your self-worth and your self-confidence. But it's also going to make you feel seen, heard, and understood in a way that you have not felt before. Because this support that's going to be coming in and this change that's going to happen is going to be a support that you have not experienced before. It's going to come in a way that's going to make you feel very seen, very heard, very understood in not only who you are, but what you're looking to accomplish for yourself and what you're building for yourself. A lot of you are people who are doing first things in your family or in your friend group, meaning that a lot of you feel often like you are secluded or separated from people, or there's a disconnect between what you're looking to accomplish and what other people see as possible for you. And to a certain extent, what you see is possible for yourself as well. Some of you may be working very hard to get out of poverty, or you may be working very hard to be the first person to go to college or the first person to get a high-paying, high-level job. job or first person in your family to be an entrepreneur, whatever it may be. But because you're first in your life, a lot of people, even though they may have been supportive, they may not have fully understood your journey or what you've been trying to achieve, or they sort of just shrug off your dreams to a certain extent because they see it as not possible. One thing that I'm going to tell you is that people often will cheer for you only after you have succeeded. And in that way, you kind of have to be your own cheerleader through a lot of the no's and a lot of the rejection that you receive. So what I'm seeing with this is that there's somebody in your life or there's some situation in your life that is going to show you that not only are you on the right path, not only are you worthy of these things, but there are people who believe in you. And even though your belief in yourself should not be based off of other people, it should be based off of yourself and your belief in yourself. This support that you're going to experience that you haven't experienced before is going to help elevate you and give you a new understanding on how to support yourself, how to believe in yourself, how to recognize your own worth. This is something that is going to help you invest in your future in some way, both materially and spiritually and emotionally. This is going to allow a lot of forward movement because it's going to remove certain blockages that have been holding you back. Certain limiting beliefs, default settings, and mindsets are going to be removed here. There's going to be a deeper settling into authenticity, and there's going to be literal movement. So for some of you, this could be moving jobs, or this could be actually moving. For others of you, this has to do more with progress in something, or has to do with a shift from one mindset of scarcity and lack and deprivation to abundance. There's also going to be a deeper level of understanding when it comes to abundance as well. And there's going to be new definitions of the things that you consider to be important, that you value, that you prioritize at this time. The King of Cups is indicating there's going to be a deeper connection emotionally to what you're doing and the why behind you're doing these things. The other thing I'm seeing here is that there's going to be more peace entering your life. Even though there may still be a lot of chaos around you, or there may be a lot of instability around you, you're not going to feel the pressure of that chaos or instability. There's going to be a lot of peace because you've come more to terms with the peace that's already in you. And so you're able to sort of settle into that energy versus allowing the energies around you to influence you. I'm also seeing here with the King of Cups that there's a deeper understanding of your passions. I'm seeing that you are coming to a deeper understanding of the stronger felt emotions that you feel and why you feel them and how to channel them in a positive way versus allowing them to take control. With the Two of Wands, there is planning that's happening for the future. The things that are happening here are allowing you to finally take action and steps and plans towards long-term goals that you've been wanting to achieve for a while. For some of you, although this particular instance is going to help with certain things immediately, a lot of the benefits that you're going to be receiving from this new opportunity and this shift and this movement is going to be long term, which means that for some of you, there needs to be a bit of patience when it comes to the ongoing situations in your life. And it also means that this is something that's going to last long term. So it's not going to be a short term, quick thing. It's going to be something that's going to help you, which means that this could be a major shift in your foundation in some way, whether that's your material stability or that's your internal spiritual self, or whether it's just overall. The Ten of Swords is indicating that there is an ending that's also happening simultaneously with this new beginning. The Ten of Swords indicates that there's certain things you've carried with you for far too long, certain mindsets, limiting beliefs, certain ways of doing things, certain ways of perceiving things, of perceiving yourself, certain limitations and chains you've placed on yourself that is now being removed. I'm also seeing that this is the end of some sort of cycle that has plagued you for a long time, maybe even your whole life. So for those of you who have really struggled financially, specifically, there may be certain mindsets and things that you finally are having breakthroughs with, and or there may be certain financial situations that you've struggled to get out of that are finally going to be coming to a close. What I'm seeing here with your overall energy with the Two of Swords is there's a little bit of a warning here to make sure you don't fall back into old patterns and that you don't put the blindfold onto situations. Although this is going to help you shift a lot of things, to get the full benefits of the shift and to get the full benefits of everything that this energy and this situation is going to set into motion. It's also going to require you to step out of your comfort zone and do things a little bit differently than you've done before, but also face anything that you feel shame about or around, anything that you feel guilt about or around, anything that you feel unworthy or less confident about, or any conflicts, specifically financial ones, you're going to need to face head on. If you avoid this situation, the growth that you're going to achieve will not happen as quickly or as effectively, which will have you missing an opportunity. The growth here is important because without this particular growth and these new understandings and these new ways of doing things, which are going to require you to step out of your comfort zone, you're not going to be able to achieve the full benefits of what the universe is setting up for you. Now, don't get discouraged. That doesn't mean that if you miss this opportunity, it's never coming again. What it means is that it's going to require some more laser focused attention. It's going to require you to be more head on and direct than maybe you're used to being. It's going to require you to, even if you're not confident, be a bit more courageous. It's going to require you to remain balanced between your logical energy, your authentic energy, and your feminine energy, and your higher intensity emotions. So like anger or passion, and how to keep them balanced so that you are moving forward with a certain amount of rational, practical energy, allowing the energy of creativity and passion to work for you instead of against you. And an example of that would be fear. Fear is a high intensity emotion. So if you allow all your decisions to be based on fear, some of those fears may not be rational or logical or practical fears, in which case you may be holding yourself back. You're being warned here to and prompted to make sure that you're keeping yourself balanced between what's logical and what your intuition and your passions and those things are saying, to make sure that you are, if it's in a high intensity emotion that's negative, you're using it as a positive. You're using it and directing it in a way that's going to positively influence you versus negatively. So going with the fear as an example, fear can hold you back, but fear can also tell you what's important in your life. You can use fear also as a short-term motivator. Now, fear is not a good long-term motivator because it puts you in survival mode. But for short-term, it can be very effective. It can highlight what's important to you. So for example, let's say it's money and you have a fear that you're going to lose what you have. So you're too afraid of investing it. So then you hold yourself back from the opportunity of making your money work for you. Using fear in a way where you're not using it to invest would be holding yourself back. But if you look at it from a perspective of, okay, the fear is telling me that what's important to me is stability, then you know that you can pursue calculated risks and still be in alignment with your value and your priority of stability. So that means that maybe to start out with investing, for example, if we're going to keep using that example, you start with being a little bit more on the conservative end versus the high aggression risk. So you're being prompted to use your high intensity emotions, the animalistic, the high passion, the high intensity emotions, the more carnal energies that you carry with yourself, and direct it in a positive way. Don't fall too far into either or you'll fall out of balance. What I'm seeing here is you're leaving this Five of Pentacles energy of instability, of abandonment, of feeling left out, of feeling unworthy, of being left out in the cold. And what's happening here with the Ace of Cups is that you are being offered the opportunity here to gain deeper fulfillment from within. But in order for you to gain this, you're going to have to look at some very uncomfortable truths, and you may have to make some hard or difficult decisions. Now, hard and difficult is relative. For some people, the hard is going to be, well, should I buy that designer dress, or should I actually take the money I was going to put in the designer dress and maybe put it in my savings account? Whatever it may be. For other people, it may be difficult in the sense of, well, maybe the only way to get my finances back on track is to claim bankruptcy, which I didn't want to do. Those are just some examples, since we're sticking with money here as examples. But you need to follow your intuition here, because your intuition is going to help prompt you to which direction you need to be going. So how do you know if it's your intuition talking? Even if something feels uncomfortable, you will feel at peace with the decision. It doesn't mean that it's going to feel comfortable. It's going to mean that it's going to feel peaceful, as in, okay, well, I have this weird sense that there's an opportunity here that even if the choice that I make is difficult or uncomfortable, it's still going to be in my best interest. There's still something telling me that it's going to work out. Even if it doesn't work in the exact way I'm hoping, it's still going to work out. Whereas if your intuition is telling you something's off, it will inherently just feel wrong for whatever it is. Like, it will not feel right at all. There'll be something, it's going to feel like more of a knowing and a hunch that it's not going to work out. Whereas fear tricks you into thinking that things won't work out based off of only fear. So for those of you who struggle between figuring out whether it's fear or whether it's your intuition, look for the freedom and the peace in the decision. Is it difficult but going to bring you peace and freedom, or is it going to bring you this caged sort of feeling? Look for the freedom and the peace, and that will help you sort of differentiate between the two. There's also going to be a shift here financially and materially that's going to be happening in terms of there's going to be new offers, there's going to be new abilities to make more money and have more stability materially. Now, keep in mind that for some of you, this is going to manifest literally as money. For others of you, this may manifest in the form of feelings and ideas that will lead you to the shift financially and materially. So don't get so caught up in it manifesting in one way that you actually reject your abundance by accident. So I'm going to leave the reading here. If it resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and comment your affirmation down below. Your affirmation for this reading is, I am keeping balance between my high intensity emotions and energies and my logic and practicality. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.